Hey guys, Iceman here. And as some of you know, there have been two chicks cast for the upcoming Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters film, who are family, if you will. That's right, a mother and a daughter. And the daughter, I think, played on the TV show Stranger Things, so some of you guys might be familiar with that. Daddy hasn't seen that, but that's beside what I'm going on about here. But as I mentioned yesterday, the female lead who plays the mother in this setup recently claimed in an interview that she plays a paleobiologist who has figured out a way to communicate with the creatures and potentially control them using their bioacoustics on a sonar level. Now, in this upcoming film, we get to expect Mothra, King Ghidorah, Rodan, and Godzilla. So I can't help but wonder, which of these kaiju monsters will this lady be able to communicate with? Upon some research I did yesterday, I found that the tiger moth actually uses sonar as a defense mechanism against bats. This, I think, harpens back to what Mothra is, and I wonder if this lady is going to be able to communicate with Mothra. Now, what's especially interesting is that in the old school film Godzilla vs. Mothra, there were actually a pair of little Mothra fairy twins who were able to communicate with Mothra as well. Now, one thing that I find rather alarming about these two fairy girls from back in the day is that they actually did some things that was ultimately to humankind's detriment. You see, there was a scenario in the film where these two little fairies were captured by the military or something like that. And of course, this was a new phenomenon. The fact that these were miniature human beings, probably only like 6 inches tall. So the humans who captured them decided to contain them for research purposes. So without notifying humankind, the two little fairies began calling for Mothra. Now the place of their imprisonment was actually in a big city. So from there, they began calling to Mothra, and Mothra started to come to them. Mothra arrived at the seashore in her larvae state and began crawling through the city, demolishing all sorts of buildings and causing vast destruction around her. She made it all the way to the little fairy twins and then helped them escape their entrapment. Now, ultimately, I think that the fairy twins had a good thing in mind for humankind because they ended up communicating with Mothra to fight against Batra, who was the evil one in that film. But nonetheless, there was a lot of collateral damage that took place there. So I'm wondering if these two female leads, who are mother and daughter, are going to have anything to do with something, perhaps, rather sinister. Are they going to keep it a secret that they can communicate with kaiju, and might they use it to appease their own selfish means? It's hard to say at this point, but I think this is really going to add an interesting element to the film, now that it's been confirmed that there is going to be humankind communicating with the kaiju in some strange way. But what do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comment section below, and like this video if you haven't yet. I am the Iceman. More videos to come.